Okay, quick update and a bit of a farewell to the Hooptie Craftsman's engine. This is a Kohler 18.5V twin. This engine is getting pulled, and in its place is going a Briggs & Stratton 12.5. This machine does not need that big of an engine. The engine actually runs very good now. It actually had a dead cylinder, bad spark plug. It was getting spark on it, but it was not firing. So the engine always had a bit of a tick, but it doesn't have that tick no more. Let's fire it up. This will be a cold start, even though it's almost 20 Celsius out here. But it's the first time this machine's ran today, so. Actually, I'm kind of surprised it started. The key was left on all night. Definitely pays to have a full-size battery sometimes. So anyways, this side right here was not firing at all. As you can see, the machine's a little bit cleaner than it was last time in the video. I pressure washed it yesterday, and I figured I'd look into seeing why is it down on power. And turns out it had a bad spark plug. Simple fix. It's all good to go now. I've already taken pictures of this engine. I've taken a running video of this engine. So this engine is ready to be pulled and sold. It will be put in the engine test stand just to make it easier to show running, because people do like to see these running. So I will put it in the engine test stand. The engine test stand is set up for Briggs and Kohler to do tests, so that won't be an issue with that. I will most likely be selling this with the pulley adapter. I don't have any use for that style of pulley adapter. Maybe the bolt, maybe not the bolt. It's a long bolt, so I do kind of like holding on to those. But it will be going with the exhaust. It will be a complete replacement engine. One thing that might be a downside or a positive with this engine, it's a 1-inch crankshaft. These particular Kohlers came in a 1-inch and an 1.1 crankshaft. The 1.1 are very hard to find, but if you have an 1.1 machine, or say if you have a 1-inch machine and you need a 1-inch engine, here you go. I'm hoping a couple $100 out of this engine. That would be nice. I will obviously test the replacement engine in here before going ahead and selling this engine here. Make sure the 12.5 has enough power, which I don't see why it wouldn't. I was using the 12.5 in the Bolins. The Bolins was actually a much heavier machine than this, and it had no issues. So that's the plan as of right now. If the 12.5 doesn't work out, I do have a 14.5. But the nice thing with the 12, it's a pull start, electric start, fuel pump, and charging system. The 14 doesn't have a fuel pump, so that's why I would prefer to run the 12. But here it is, here it was, and like I said, this will be the last video for a full-length video, I should say. I'm going to do a short immediately after I'm done doing this of this particular setup. As you can see, the Johnny Bucket frame is still sitting in place. Also, if I do ever run into issues down the road and this engine's already gone, I have a Subaru that would actually fit in here as well. And the Subarus actually use the same wiring harness as the Kohlers. The Subaru needs a starter and needs an air box, but I could rig something together and make it work. So we'll see. I do have solutions down the road if I do need a bigger engine, but I don't see why I would need a bigger engine, especially with the Johnny Bucket. It's not like it's going to be pushing a lot, and the way that this thing is geared, it has plenty of power to do what it needs to do. So, and people have been running 12 horsepower engines for many years through many different setups. So Anyways, that's it for this. I'm rambling on. Don't want to do that too much, but I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please subscribe and comment.